If you're a Needham resident or work in the Needham area, you may have visited the Blue Ribbon barbecue truck on 2nd Avenue or Doggone Ron's hot dog stand in Needham Center while on your lunch break. Could this be the start of several more food trucks coming to town? Joe Sorrentino explains.
At their recent meeting, the Board of Selectmen held an open hearing regarding the regulation of food trucks and mobile food vending in Needham. As it currently stands, the town has been operating on an ad hoc basis, allowing a small number of trucks to operate in town. The recent development of increasing numbers of food trucks in surrounding towns has caused the Selectmen to consider a new set of regulations. Needham residents and business owners shared their concerns.
I have firsthand experience in how the food trucks would affect a business, being in Coolidge Corner. There's food trucks that came in and it actually affected 10% of our sales.
As a business owner, we should have some right to operate on weekends if it makes sense in the designated area that we happen to be positioned in. Just a question then is why the 5-day restriction?
The proposed new regulations would require food truck operators to buy a $1,000 permit to allow them to operate 5 days a week. Also, under the existing bylaw, food trucks will still not be allowed to operate within 1,000 feet of a town park. In addition, food trucks would also be required to not set up within 200 feet of an existing brick-and-mortar restaurant. If these regulations were to be enforced, they would affect Eric Wegner's hot dog stand, which is close by to several local restaurants.
Been there for 10 years. Everybody seems to be happy with the business. It seems to work out.
Just about everybody.
Yeah. I just don't know where I'm going.
I do believe that we can find a way of having a food truck policy as it's presented in the underserved areas. The concern that I have, and that this board will have to wrestle with in the future, is, as was raised by somebody earlier in this hearing, is what happens when the business center develops, and what happens when there are restaurants there.
The Selectmen have made no decision on rules and regulations at this time, and this discussion will be continued. The next Board of Selectmen meeting is scheduled for September 17th. For the Needham Channel News, I'm Joe Sorrentino.